Thanks so much for joining us for this home buying seminar. My name is Allison McCartan. I'm with CMG Financial, and I'm a mortgage loan originator. As a mortgage loan originator, it is very important for me to help you reach your financial goals on the mortgage side. Becoming a homeowner is one of the best things that you can ever do. It's an investment, and it's always good to make sure that you have a loan officer on your team who you can trust. What I do is I assist clients get pre-approved for a mortgage. Whenever you are purchasing a home, you can either be a cash buyer or you can obtain a mortgage with a mortgage lender. I help you get pre-approved, and with that pre-approval, you are able to go shopping and your agent is able to find you a home within that budget. So the pre-approval process is typically I will send you an email with instructions for pre-approval, and there will be a link to complete an application, and there will also be a checklist of documents needed. Now, it's important that when you submit your documents, you want to make sure that you submit clear copies. That way we can, of course, read them and they're legible. And make sure that you submit all pages of every document. So for example, if you're a W-2 employee, some of the documents that we will need will be your W-2s for the past 2 years, your 2 most recent pay stubs, and your bank statement showing that you have the funds for closing. If there's a situation where you are lacking funds or maybe you don't want to deplete your assets, you can then speak with us about options, whether it's down payment assistance or if we have other programs available to you. Now, there are so many different programs out there to meet your financing needs. So, of course, through the pre-approval process, you will have an initial consultation where we can get an idea of your goals. Once you complete an application and provide all of your documents, then that will allow us to evaluate your application and go over some program options. There are so many mortgage programs out there to fit your financial needs, so it's going to be important to work with an experienced mortgage loan officer. That way they can go over your options after evaluating your financial situation. How much do I need to buy a house? So there are so many different programs out there. Once you go through the pre-approval process and you have made a decision on the program that best fits your needs, your loan officer, myself, is going to tell you your different options. Typically, the down payment for FHA loans or conventional loans, USDA loans, VA loans, these are all loan programs that we might be familiar with, but there are programs outside of those 4 options. So once you go through the pre-approval process, we will be able to identify the program that best fits your needs and the down payment that goes along with that program. In addition to the down payment, there are closing costs that are to be paid by the buyer. Now, these closing costs, they can be negotiated and paid by the seller. However, in this market, it is very competitive. So you want to make sure that you have enough money for closing costs, or you have an idea about how much you'll need for closing costs. So let's go over the numbers. If you look at Google will tell you that closing costs vary between 2% to 5% of the loan amount. With purchases, you want to make sure that you have between 4% to 5%, ideally 5% saved for closing costs. There are some closing costs that do vary based on property and based on your individual situation. Some of those items are going to be property taxes, any homeowner's insurance, and then title fees. Depending on the title company, they're going to have different fees for their services. So closing costs, you want to make sure that you have saved around 4% to 5% of the loan amount for a closing cost. Now, if it's a situation where you are interested in programs that are available for you to help cut some of those costs, we do have those programs available. 2 programs that I want to run by you is going to be our down payment assistance program. It's called Chenoa. Chenoa is a national program and it's available in every state except for New York. Chenoa has options that covers the entire 3.5% down payment needed for FHA loans, and they also have options for conventional down payment assistance that would cover the 3% down payment for first-time home buyers. This is a great program, so if it's a situation where you only have enough for closing costs and not your down payment, this allows you to do 100% financing. Now, let's just say 100% financing because nothing in life is free. So with down payment assistance, you want to consider your options as opposed to saving money for your own down payment. Typically, our down payment assistance programs are paid back over a 10-year period and broken down into your mortgage. So instead of coming out of the pocket, let's say $14,000 or $10,000 for your down payment, then you're able to finance that down payment and pay it back over a 10-year period, over a 30-year period, and there are some forgivable options. Another way that you can save for your down payment is our program Home Funded. Home Funded is a great program. It's down payment assistance reinvented. So instead of having to save money on your own, you're able to create a campaign where you can have friends, family, and pretty much anyone donate towards your down payment. The difference between home funded and using gift funds, there are programs that allow gift funds during the mortgage process. If you're using gift funds, then you want to make sure that you know what is needed for that specific program. Typically, we'll need their bank statement showing that they have the funds to gift, and they will also have to sign a gift letter stating that this is a gift and not to be repaid. But home funded, down payment assistance reinvented, it allows you to campaign and save money for your down payment by collecting donations. And there are other options where, depending on if you shop with these different companies, you can receive cash back or rebates towards your down payment. And another great thing about it is we currently match up to your first $2,000. And we also have different options where you can get free funds. So if you're interested in more information on home funded or Chinoa down payment assistance program, please feel free to reach out to me and I will be happy to go over these great innovative programs that allow you to purchase a home with little money down. Now, there are situations where you may go into the bank and you say, hey, I bank with you all, I want to get a mortgage. And the banker will take your information and say you're approved or you're denied. In many cases, people will get denied, but if you are denied, do not be discouraged because there are mortgage companies that specialize in putting people in homes, and there are so many different programs available to you. So even though you go through your bank and you're not able to get a loan through them, don't be discouraged. Just get with a licensed mortgage loan originator who can go over your options with you. Thanks so much for tuning in. I appreciate you all, and don't be afraid. Just jump in the water, go through the pre-approval process, and start shopping for your home. Thank you. Have a great day. Bye.